Hi, everybody. Dr. Jake here from Chiropractic First. Just wanted to touch base on proper jogging and running techniques. So the weather's starting to get nice. Everybody's going to get a little more active. People want to get out there and get in shape. And it is very disheartening when you start making gains and all of a sudden you start having pain from things and activities that you love, one of which is jogging. So I'm going to talk about proper technique, what to do to save your energy and make sure that you're not having aberrant movement patterns when you get out there and pick up the pace. So first thing, there's a difference between sprinting and jogging. So sprinting is acquiring long step length and quick contact time. And so there is a lot of moving parts to be able to create that energy, but it's meant for short distances. And what I see a lot is people incorporating sprinting techniques in their regular jogging protocols. And so what that'll do is eventually catch up to you and things are going to give out. You create more asymmetry, which means certain muscles and certain firing patterns are a little more broken down compared to if you kept it really compact. And so that's what I'm going to talk about is a compact jogging technique that'll help both save your energy, conserve the movement patterns, which will get you longer distances with, of course, less energy and less aberrant movement patterns. So I'm going to bring this down first so you can see both the hips and the waist, so my head might be cut out. But if you're jogging, the first rule of thumb is to make sure that the upper half and the lower half, meaning the hips, are staying very still. So if you have any of this in your regular movement patterns where you're coming across your body with your arms, that means the other side has to throw itself through. And of course, I'm exaggerating, but some of these are true. You're going to spend way more energy trying to get yourself back. And what that means is all this hip and low back movement is going to eventually cause muscles to fatigue, and that's going to cause pain. What also happens is when you're throwing yourself across, look what happens to the knees. They start buckling in. And if you're impacting and buckling, the knee's a hinge joint. It just goes back and forth. And so if you start adding some twisting and angulization, that's going to cause knee pain. And if you already have a structural issue, then that's going to exacerbate it. And in a mile in, you might start getting knee pain and not understand why. So how to avoid that? When you're jogging, make sure that you're taking very short strides. If you want to pick up the pace, you don't lengthen your strides. What you do is you just increase the cadence or the frequency of how often you get through a cycle. So when you come up, hips are still, shoulders are still, and you're more or less it's kind of like stomping on the ground, but it's a quick movement, so that way you can get the other leg through. And so it's going to look very fluid with little movement in the hips, little movement in the arms, and then the shoulders, but the arms are just coming straight through. They're not going across the body because then that's going to cause more hip and low back movement. What this allows to do is conserve so much energy. All right, because if you have to go from heel to toe with every step, then that's also going to get you in trouble because that's causing more muscle movement. We want to take everything, compact it, so we can get longer distance, get better heart pumping, blood flow, and just all in all, a better exercise with less injury, less knick-knack pain, and less moving parts. And so I'm going to creep back down so you guys can see me. That is part one of jogging. I'll do another segment working on breathing and other important aspects to be able to get longevity in your workouts without causing hiccups and slowing you down so you guys can reach your fitness goals. All right, everybody, I love you. I'll talk to you soon. Have a good one.